People. Que pasa, sapa, say what they do. Now people, this part of the video is called updates and corrections about a story that I did as it pertains to that teacher at Sandybank Basic School that lost her life on the 7th of December 2021. Her name, Hinel Smith. Now people, there has been a whole bunch of stories circulating ever since this lady lost her life. All sorts of speculation as to who is a suspect, who is a hitman, what is the motive. So yesterday I did a story about it based on an article that I saw and a couple of other sites that I heard information about. However people, some of those information that I gave was incorrect, not 100%. However people, sometimes you are as good as the information that you get. That means that if the source of your information is incorrect, if you get SHIT, more than likely you are going to put out SHIT. However, within the last 24 hours or so, I have gotten some credible information from persons, law enforcement, possibly family members, possible close friends, not going to say. Now people, on the 7th of December 2021, this teacher, basic school teacher, Miss Smith, she was on her way to work. When she approached the entrance of the school, she saw two men on a bike, the rider and then the man on the back. One of them wheel and pop off, blaze her up in her head. She was taken away. She was taken to the place of recovery. However, she did not make it. When this incident occurred, persons were wondering, how is it that a church girl, I think she was 28, I said 26 yesterday, I think she was 28 at the time when she met her demise. She was a church girl. She was a person that is said to be jovial, does not have any sorts of criminal link, criminal intention. If them can't catch Quark out, them catch him shut. So persons were wondering, what is Jamaica coming to? However people, sometimes persons are not as innocent. Persons get entangled in some sort of dirty bungle, and then it escalates to the worst extent. And people, this is a perfect example. So people, here is the deal. This young lady, she used to work at Pedro Plain primary school before. She was dating an ex-educator, a youth that went to university just like her. However, he was an educated youth. However, he was also possessive. He was also abusive, and it is said that there was a whole bunch of drama as it pertains to her and the boyfriend, and she got a transfer, or she was transferred to the Sandybank Basic School. Now people, word on the street is that this man might have been the person that was responsible for this lady losing her life. However people, based on information that I got, that is not the case. Now people, when she left that teacher, she started to be friend with a person that, not be known to her, was what we call a mastermind, a hitman for hire, a man that rent out guns, and also, if you want some top shot to go with it, he would also rent them out, or he would also mastermind the whole thing. However, this person, he has his people, him sidekick, him right hand man that would do the work. So therefore, he would always lay in the cuts. He would always stay stealth. However, this girl was going through some turmoil as it pertains to the boyfriend, and she met this man. Now people, based on information like I said, she was a church girl, educated lady from the University of the West Indies, very prominent, probably the prominent university in Jamaica, in the West Indies. So therefore, she was no dodo head. Now, people, it is said that there was some sort of relationship. Obviously, this relationship kind of got sexual, and there are also rumors that she got pregnant for this man. He is about 30-31 at the time of her demise. So therefore, they are along the same age bracket. She was 28, he is 31, he is still alive. Now, people, based on the information, it is said that they had a little fling, a little relationship. However, in 2019, there were two incidents of MVRDER. In the first incident, it is said that a lady that transports students from Hampton and Monroe College, her name is Marlene Williams Toppin, Toppin. She was taken away. When that lady was taken away, word on the street is that this man, the same person that the teacher befriended, was in some sort of relationship. Don't know the extent of the relationship, like me say. We heard that she even got pregnant for him. Cannot validate or verify. It is said that there was a man, his name is Henry Toppin. He lived overseas. Mr. Henry Toppin contacted a very prominent taximan that lives in Southfield. We are speaking about St. Elizabeth. His name is Owen Damian Day. Mr. Day was 38-year-old at the time. 38 or 36-year-old at the time, sorry. Now, people, based on the information, it is said that the husband of this lady that drives, transport driver, she drives students from Hampton High School and Monroe, take them to school, take them back home to their destination or to their home, whatever you want to call it. This husband was looking for a hitman, and he contacted the taxi driver that I mentioned yesterday, that I said that was in some sort of relationship with Miss Smith. However, that is not the case. He used to just take her around because he was popular. Everybody used to hire him. He is a jovial youth. He is somebody that everybody knows in the community in a Southfield. Now, people, based on the information, it is said that when this man from foreign, his name is Mr. Henry Toppin, wanted to put out a hit on his wife for whatever reason, he contacted the taximan, Mr. Day. Mr. Day then contacted the man, the 31-year-old man, the hitman for hire. Well, not the hitman for hire, the man that orchestrated any sort of hit that you want to be done in that era all over Jamaica. So therefore, he was notorious for that. He contacted that man, and that man got him two hitman, got him the tool. It is said that the taximan was supposed to get $1 million for the hits of that lady, the transport driver. He got the money from the husband. The husband came to Jamaica. They made the plans, they made arrangement. It is said that this transport driver was on her way to work. She got into the bus. When she entered the bus, there was some sort of hitman. The husband was laying in the cot. She begged and pleaded the hitman to give her the tool. However, he gave her some hot lead instead. She was taken out on the spot. After that incident, it is said that the man tried to flee, leave Jamaica. He was caught. Word got out to the popo that the husband put out the hit. So therefore, he was caught at the Norman Manley International Airport after he paid Mr. Day, allegedly, $1 million to take out his wife. It is said that when Mr. Day got this money, he was supposed to pay the man that was with the teacher. Is part of the deal. However, that money was not forthcoming. Mr. Day also lost his life. Mr. Day was also taken out by the same man that the teacher was dating, have some sort of friendship, some sort of relationship with. After those two incidents, it is said that Word start to get around because remember people, in this rural era, everybody know everybody. Good news, bad news, it spreads fast like wildfire. It is said that after that incident, Miss Smith sent a voice note to the sister because obviously if she's dating this youth, she knows the sister, she knows the family. She sent out a voice note saying that, listen, I heard from credible source that he is not a normal, decent person. He is a hitman. He put out 2 hits for the driver, the transport driver, and also the taximan, because the taximan was involved. The taximan did not pay him. It is said that the gun for hire or the mastermind, he told Mrs. Smith, or Miss Smith, sorry, listen, you can't leave. I love you. We are an item. So therefore, there were also voice notes from Miss Smith saying that she heard that he is a hitman. He is a MURDERER. And also there are voice notes of this man threatening her on couple occasions that, listen, if you leave, I go take you out. And people remember, based on information that I got, it is also said that this man was kind of ticked off because she was pregnant for him and allegedly had some sort of abortion. Everything else that I am telling you, it is 100% proof. However, as it pertains to the abortion, me no know. Me just tell you what me hear from my next source, who was also a teacher that was also linked closely to this situation. Now people, so we are speaking about 2 incidents of takeaway of this person that was dating the teacher. And like me say, because she threatened to leave, because she sent out all sorts of voice notes, apparently the man thought that she was going to go to the popo and she was going to tell them everything that she knows, everything that she heard, and basically she was going to expose him. He would have ended up in the place. We are speaking about either DEAD or the big yard. And people, one thing that we know about these criminals, they like to commit all sorts of crime. Them like to take away people, easy like 1, 2, 3. But they are a set of cowards. They are afraid of jail, and even worse, them afraid for DEAD. Now people, based on the information, it is said that when the taxi driver lost his life and when Mrs. Moylin Toppin lost her life, one person was arrested. So apparently that person was talking. That person was giving information. So therefore the popo knew. The popo had idea. The popo had full information that, listen, this lady was dating the man that is said to have been responsible, the mastermind behind everything. So therefore, whenever the teacher lost her life, that person was also linked. Now people, to top it all, it is said that on that day, I think December 7, 2021, when the teacher lost her life, like I said, there were 2 men on a motorbike acting as if they had some sort of mechanical problem, and then one wheel and pop off and take her out. It is said that one of those persons, whether it is the pillion or the driver upon the back of the bike or the rider, one of those persons went to the popo station when they heard that their name is being called up, and they start to make some sort of deal. They went in with the lawyer and they were given everything. They were spilling the beans, might I say, SNITCHING, because whenever you're a criminal and then you get caught and you want to save yourself, that is exactly the perfect definition for a SNITCH. If you're a legal, law-abiding, tax-paying citizen and you want better for your community and you give information to the popo, you are doing your civic duty. That is the difference. So anyways people, that man went into the popo station with his lawyer, and the lawyer is not saying anything, the popo is not saying anything. However, he is closely linked to everything that is going on. So therefore, more than likely, the mastermind behind all of this, we will see him get locked up. And people, it is said, sorry, the mastermind and the hitmen, as it pertains to Mr. Day, as it pertains to Mrs. Toppin, as it pertains to Miss Smith, they're all from a place called Rose Hall. Rose Hall, we are speaking about in a St. Elizabeth, near Junction, near Mount Pella, somewhere around there. People don't quote me on the location. I don't live there. Me just I tell you, might be a little confused because I am deciphering a whole bunch of information. Now people, what is even more disturbing about the day that the school teacher, Miss Smith, lost her life. It is said that on that same day, there's a detective that is from Pedro Plains. He came to the school to drop off his wife, his girlfriend. She is a teacher. It is said that on that day, this detective pulled up at the school. He saw the men on the bike, the ski mask. However, say, big sea time. However, they had some sort of hoodie, some sort of, what you call it, ski mask or cap on top of them head. So it is said that he saw it and it kind of looked kind of suspicious to him. The youths, they were acting as if they were fixing the bike. Them had some sort of mechanical problem. He dropped off his wife or girlfriend and then he drove off. When he drove off, maybe about a mile or so, he heard the loud EXPLOSIONS. He did not return, or maybe he did. However, by the time he returned, the men were long gone. The lady was long gone. So people, let me ask you a question. If you are a popo, isn't it supposed to be your natural instincts, or if not your natural instincts, what you learn in the training school, that if you see something suspicious, at least ask question, at least inquire, at least do some sort of vague investigation just to make sure, because after all, with the climate in Jamaica, with it being a basic school and people that take with all sorts of people picnic, people that take with all sorts of people life, and them look suspicious like most criminal elements do, we saw that this man was negligent as a popo officer. Now people, one other very disturbing thing is that based on information, it is said that these Pedro plane or Pedro plane popo, the only thing that they are interested in, they are very corrupt. The only thing that they are interested in is whenever any sorts of cocoa washed on the shore, whenever any sorts of fisherman find any sorts of cocoa, when any sorts of illegal activity as it pertains to Bob Marley gets seized, them want to basically bribe the people them. So therefore, we see 3 incidents. Mrs. Moyan Toppin, the taximan Mr. Day, and then Mrs. Smith. 2019, Mrs. Moyan Toppin. 2019, Mr. Owen Day, the taximan. They had all that information. The teacher knew. They knew about the situation. They knew who the suspect is. And people, based on the information, it is said that this youth is still hiding in a Rosal near Mount Pella, in a them vicinity there. He did not leave. And just for clarity, yesterday when I spoke, I said that the teacher boyfriend that Miss Smith had before was the mastermind. However, people, that is not the case. The case is that, yes, he was very abusive to her. He used to cuff her up, and there was all sorts of mix-up and drama and passa in the school at Pedro Plains Primary. So therefore, she was transferred or asked for a transfer. However, this man is said not to be the mastermind. He basically had nothing to do with anything as far as the information that I got. The person that has everything to do with everything is the boyfriend, the gun for hire, the top hitman for hire that hire everything, rent out tool, rent out MURDERERS. He is the man behind everything. So people, there we have it. That is the correction. That is credible information. The story, not the story that the newspaper have, not the story that other social media places have. And people like me say, I don't think that these persons intentionally gave you wrong information, just like I did not give you wrong information. However, people like me say, sometimes we get update, sometimes we get correction, and people, that is exactly what this is. Point blank and period. So anyways, people, that is my views on the whole thing as it pertains to that. And like me say, it is just my views and opinion. It is not the gospel. Your views and opinion can be respectfully different from mine. But let me know what you think in the comment section. Bless up.